kids are completely blind, but they're also totally deaf. I said, wow, I'll be fascinated to find out how do you educate a child that cannot hear and at the same time can't see. My personal biggest asset, my sense of hearing. I said, well, I'll be fascinated. Can you arrange for me to visit? I said, of course. We'll go visit the school. So he called me back an hour later. He said, Hein, 12 o'clock today, all arranged. They want to meet you at the school. They're very much looking forward to meet you, but they've asked me if you don't mind to just chat with the kids for a couple of minutes. I said, dude, I'm going to need a few hours. These guys can't hear, they can't see. I'm going to need more than minutes. He said, hang on, man. I said, well, how am I going to do it? He said, don't worry, they're going to show you. Just come with me. I'll take you to the school. They're going to show you. So I arrive at the school. I got introduced to a man who's been at the school himself for 35 years, who's completely deaf, completely blind. He sits behind a computer. He's got an ordinary 17-inch monitor. Not for his, he can't use it. It's for your benefit, that you can look over his shoulder whilst he's typing on an ordinary ASDF keyboard. He's got a tiny little braille display under his fingers. So I put my hands on the braille display. He types a message. I can read it. We swap hands. I type a message. He can read it. What was my first question to him? How on earth did you achieve a master's degree in education, not being able to see, not being able to hear? He said, Hein, you've got to understand that the deaf, blind person's world begins and ends as far as his or her fingers can reach. And within that, within those boundaries, we have to educate and teach them how to respond to things, how to respond to certain emotions. I said, but how do you communicate? He said, well, the kids develop a tactile sign language where they physically hold hands and move their fingers in a certain pattern, and by doing so they can transfer any story, any emotion, love, laughter, fun, pain, you name it. So I'm going, but how am I going to talk to them? He said, well, the first guy can hear. There's 40 of them holding hands. He tells a story to number 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. So it goes down the line. It, ladies and gentlemen, takes 13.5 minutes for the last guy to catch the joke. He who laughs last in life laughs the longest. He was in high school in Mumbai. I was so profoundly moved by that experience. People often ask me, Hein, if you had a choice, I never had one, but if you had a choice, would you want to be blind or would you want to be deaf? I can honestly not answer, but I can tell you this. What I do not want to be, I do not want to be deaf and blind. And that this evening brings me to the first universal law that I want to leave with you, one that has turned on so many lights in my life. And it's the law of appreciation. My friend, appreciate what you've got, because I promise you there are hundreds, thousands, in fact, millions of people out there that are less fortunate than you are. And remember, the things that me and you, the things we take for granted right now, someone else out there is praying for. So when I was 5 years old, of course, I didn't have the capacity to even begin to understand what kind of trauma my parents went through dropping me off at the school for the blind. Now I have a 7-month-old daughter, and to me it's kind of like I can just imagine what my parents must have gone through taking me to this unknown place. So, but they thought it was the best thing for me. So my dad was a banker and he was offered a directorship in Johannesburg, one of the big banks, and he decided, no ways, he can't go to Josie, and his little blind boy sits in Worcester, so he quit his job and he entered the car industry, a whole new career. And he said, well, he's staying in Cape Town, it's 100 k's out of Worcester, it's not as bad. So he's in the car industry, and every weekend I got home, of course, there's a different car in our drive. Like any lighting, I became totally fascinated by these cars. Soon I knew 2 pedals, it's got to be automatic, 3 pedals, got to be manual. Flickers on the left of the steering wheel, on the right, German car, American car. In fact, I was 9 years old when I realized that, hey, Hein, you will never, ever, ever, ever be able to drive one of these. If you do it, it's going to be incredibly illegal. I, of course, never allowed that dream to die. In fact, 20 years down the line, I said, well, hey, I don't want to just drive a fast car. I want to become the fastest blind man on 4 wheels. I'm going to show you what happened on the runway in Mabatu when I jumped in behind the wheel of a very fast Maserati. Let's have a quick look.
It's a chilly spring morning on this runway here in Mabatu, and for 33-year-old Cape Townian Hein Wagner, it's the stuff that dreams are made of, because today he's attempting to break a land speed record. Would you say that this is the biggest challenge you've undertaken so far?
Most daring, the most scary, and the most hair-raising.
So, Hein decided to attempt the blind land speed record. All he needed now was a car that could do close to 300 kilometers an hour. And that's where Maserati came to the party, offering 1.25 million rands worth of car to a man who's not even allowed to drive on the streets of Cape Town. It took a couple of strong espressos to get the Viglietti brothers firmly behind their novice driver. But nothing would tempt an insurance company to come on board.
Unfortunately,